Welcome to Slasher Sunday. So tonight we are taking on a winter themed slasher film because it is
Christmas time.
Christmas time. So we're going to try to stick to that theme for the rest of December. So I thought we would start with the immortal classic, Shredder.
Yeah,
It's a
immortal
classic, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
Sure.
Why not?
I had seen this once before. I always get this movie in my head mixed up with another slasher called Iced. Now, Iced, I think, is from '89. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure you will. And this one's all the way up from 2001. So, yeah. It's 2001, A Snow Odyssey.
2001, yeah, A Snow Odyssey. That works.
Could have went with that.
Sure.
Could have went with that.
They could have.
They didn't. They went with Shredder. And of course, when you saw this, you thought, oh shit, the Turtles had a spin-off movie?
Watch out for Shredder.
Wouldn't that be awesome though? Like a straight up slasher movie with Shredder from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That would be pretty cool.
I want to see that. A fucking full R-rated, like balls to the wall. Shredder's just fucking hacking people. And the turtles have to come in and they're just breaking people over their turtle legs. Just smushing people with their shells.
Yeah. Full R-rated. Just go for unrated.
Hell yeah. I like the way you think. Yeah. Fuck yeah. So, unfortunately, that does not happen here.
No.
But, what did you think of Shredder?
I thought it was pretty entertaining. It made me want to snowboard. It definitely got me in the mood to do some snow sports, but not to die while I'm doing them. And there's one like shot that I really like, and I think that the director really liked it as well because it was shown like multiple times from different angles throughout a certain segment of the film. So, you know, it was good. It was aight. It was aight.
It was aight.
It was aight.
We talk like that? Is
No.
that something we do?
But what did you think on your second viewing?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't remember this much. The things that I did remember when they were happening was the hot tub scene and the snow blower, snow churner. It said Unimog on it, which we actually had a Unimog when I was growing up at my house. It was an old German military vehicle that was used for troop transport or, paramedics. And when this thing said Unimog on it, I was very confused. So that must be a blanket term for, like, those kinds of vehicles. But anyways, I remember that scene. And then very little else. But yeah, it's entertaining. What's been funny is that the last few films we've watched have had some like really bad technical errors of like boom mics in the shot, cameramen in the shot, cameramen or crew in the shadows. Like a lot of them, and this film has a few of those. Actually, all of them. And it's just, I had to like pause the scene, and Kayla's like, "No, that's the killer," and I'm like, "That ain't the killer."
Well, because like the scene right before it was the killer, like, you know, gearing up to go after the guy.
Well, unless the killer is carrying a camera,
he's not.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, there's clearly a cameraman following right behind the guy skiing. You see it for just...
Yeah, it's very quick.
1 second. I saw it. I was like, the fuck? That was the cameraman.
You're like, who's skiing with him?
Stuff like that's wild to me. It's like, the editor really couldn't have edited that scene 1 second shorter. Like, he didn't catch that? Really? Or she, I guess.
I don't know if it's so much they don't catch it, more that they like don't care. But maybe I don't know. Maybe it is that they don't catch it. Maybe
they have to
maybe
care.
they are
It's their one
caring
job, right?
Sure, but yeah, I don't know. You'd think that they would be hyper aware of all of it and would edit it properly.
Absolutely.
You know, like, so that's why I would say maybe they don't care as much, or are in some type of rush where they're like, ah, fuck, I can't go back and like comb through everything.
I mean, I definitely don't like the attitude that some people would have towards like, oh, it's just a fucking B-rated slasher. Like, who cares? Like,
no, yeah, I agree.
Don't make a movie if you're gonna half-ass it.
No,
right? Like,
right.
Go in and try to achieve your vision, even if the vision is super silly and playful and self-aware, campy, whatever. There's a difference between being self-aware and being just lazy.
Yes.
Right? So to me, it's like, don't bother making a film if you're not going to give it your all.
I agree.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's just, seeing stuff like that, yeah, it's funny, and like we laugh about it, and I point it out here, and it is funny, but to me, it's also just laziness.
Mm-hmm.
And it pisses me off to a degree. Like,
sure.
Really, you didn't catch this? Like, when I edit film, I make sure everything is seamless. Right? Like, I'm very meticulous about it. And I guess maybe, yeah, you're right. Maybe they did hire some editor, and he's like, oh, fucking shredder, what do I
like,
care?
Alright, fine, put it together in a day.
Right.
Yeah.
Because boom mic issues too, nowadays especially, and this is 2001, they're probably shooting digital here, and they're probably editing digitally. Maybe. I would say probably. And so you can do this with film too, but you can crop the frame.
Right.
Right. So like if a boom mic falls into your frame, like just this much of the frame, you zoom, you crop into it a little bit, and the boom mic disappears.
Right.
Right. It's simple. I've had to do it on plenty of things that I've edited, where there's something over here that I see, but the shot is the only usable shot I have, and instead of being like, well, fuck, I guess I just have to leave it in, you figure out ways around it. It's it's good editing. Yeah. And stuff like this is just lazy. But it is, I don't know, it's also like a good lesson for any wannabe filmmakers to like look at, and for editors too, especially editors. Like mind the full frame surroundings.
Yeah. Well, you definitely have to be really aware, and that's, something with the few things that we've filmed together, like, it's so easy to be like caught up in like filming something and not realize, oh, there's a reflection, like you're catching something that you don't want to see. So it's hard work to film things. Absolutely. But like it does take people who are detail oriented to make things that look really professional and well done. And like you were saying though, even if your concept is meant to be campy and silly or any of that, you still should go 100% in and give it your best. So I don't think there's a whole lot of an excuse to have those types of mistakes, even if you're an amateur. But part of like B movies and I guess
charm.
It's part of the charm almost is finding those little mistakes, like oh, the cameraman's on skis chasing him, like, because it was really funny.
Yes. And
we were laughing about it for a while. And it's not the cameraman's fault too, because like he was just following, his subject. He was doing his job. So, I don't know, but it was interesting to see.
Maybe he was chasing after him for his $2.
$2 bill. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So like a good example of this where, you don't have any other choice is in Halloween, right? Like there's a scene where Dr. Loomis is on the phone. He's in a payphone right by the train tracks, and the camera starts sweeping over, and in the reflection of the phone booth, you can see the camera crew in it. Now, in this instance, this is a very low budget production. They had Donald Pleasance for 3 days. He filmed his shots. They got back the negatives. The editor started to put it together and was like, there's no way in 1978, you're getting rid of the fucking film crew in the glass reflection.
Right.
You're just stuck with that.
Yeah.
Right? And that's part of the scene. It's part of the flow. You can't edit around it, like edit that moment out and switch to a train coming and whatever. No, he does these long one-take sweeps on purpose to set mood, to set atmosphere. Like, that's that kind of thing as an editor. You just got to be like,
I can't
fuck,
fix it.
I can't do anything about this. You know, I can't go reshoot with Donald Pleasance. He ain't coming back. Right? They already filmed it. We already are probably over budget. You know, that kind of stuff. And you just have to make it work. Mm-hmm. But not editing out the fucking cameraman that comes in the last frame. Like that you can fix. That's a simple fix. So simple fixes is more of what irks me. Mm-hmm. You know, if there are things that you just can't work around, it's you do what you know, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
But I can't, like, come on, man. One fucking frame. Just get rid of it. So simple. All right, moving on from that. Enough bitching here. We get a no-tits shower scene, which I bitch about in these slasher reviews all the time. What's the point? What's the fucking point? I've talked about this because there's the whole idea of, like, the shower is supposed to be this place of vulnerability, right? Much like the toilet. You're in a very vulnerable state. And while this scene kind of plays that to a degree, the audience knows nothing's happening here. And so, and this girl, the like girl that everyone's hot for in this movie, Steve's girlfriend, his name isn't actually Steve in this, he's Steve from Full House, so that's all I'm going to be referring to him as, so get fucking wise to it real quick. This is his girlfriend, I guess. They're dating, but like, are they?
Loosely?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loosely. But I don't know, they just irritate me. She teases throughout the entire film. Like, she gets in a hot tub, she has a sex scene, she does a shower scene. And she's like, the only thing she's bringing to the table in this movie is sex appeal. And she's not really delivering on that in a B-rated slasher, which is what most of the audience is there for, is the tits and the kills. Mm-hmm. So to me, it's just like, why not hire an actress that will actually give the audience what they want? It's just silly to me. Like, why put them in all... Because 100% this is what happened. Those scenes were all written for her to show nudity. And she either agreed and then declined, or declined initially and they couldn't find anyone else.
Sure.
Or whatever. And they just had to go, well, I mean, I hope her hotness works around it for the audience.
Yeah, I think that is probably what happened. And I do think that there, you know, I don't feel, maybe, and this could just be my perspective, I don't know if other people agree, but I don't think that you have to show nudity in those kinds of scenes, because I do think that, like you mentioned, they set up a vulnerability and they can set up still the atmosphere of like something sexual is going on. But for her, though, in this movie especially, she was meant to be the sex appeal character, and there's other characters that do show nudity. So it's almost like, you know, the other actresses should have been the one playing this character instead. Because I do think it goes along. I don't think it's just kind of like a pointless, like, oh, you know, let's just show some boobs. I think it actually does fit with her character.
Sure.
So, and there's definitely other times where it's like, and it just doesn't bother me to see it or to not see it. Like, when it's gratuitous, it's funny, and I'm like, okay, like, I get it. But when it's not shown, I still think that there's, you know, like a message is still getting across of like I said, vulnerability or something sexual or arousing is supposed to be happening.
Well, us guys want to see the boobs.
Sure.
So show us the goods or get the fuck out.
I don't care though. Like, I would rather see, like, I'm more excited to see like penises, because there's like never full frontal like male nudity in anything. And I feel like boobs don't, I mean, like, you're not really more vulnerable with like out your top on. Like, if you don't have pants on though, that feels a lot more vulnerable to me, and especially like guys with no pants on. You know what I mean? But usually that's
I feel the strongest without my pants on.
Without?
Yeah. Like, if someone broke in here, I'd immediately strip nude. just to gather strength.
That would scare
And
them away.
they just be like, what the fuck is happening? Anytime anyone ever goes to fight me, the pants come off first. Most guys are like, they rip the shirt off,
like...
and I go for the pants and the underwear all in one swoop, right? Like I get them, I like wear like basketball pants where you can just, with nothing under them.
Just rip them right off.
Yeah. And half the time it's people that aren't even like prepared. There's nothing even happening. I'm just trying to be intimidated.
You're like
for
in
no
line
reason. Yeah.
at the grocery store about to fight.
Someone's like, oh, you want my place in line? I'm like, what? And they're like, oh, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you said something else with me. This is awkward.
It's a good tactic.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on.
She's very annoying, though, as a character. The rich
Yeah, I mean,
resort owner's daughter.
She purposely doesn't want to fuck her boyfriend, invites this guy named Chad, who never shows up.
No, he's just like...
She wants to fuck Chad, but thank God Kristoff from Frozen shows up. Now he would actually fit here. You've never seen Frozen.
No.
But Kristoff is the main character in Frozen, and this movie is Frozen.
So he fits.
So he fits. And, yeah, so Kristoff shows up and kind of takes Chad's place. I don't know I don't know. I guess the purpose of Chad is to set up that she sucks.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't want to fuck my... Okay, I don't understand. Like, what is her boyfriend providing her that she's keeping him around when she really just wants to fuck Krista, she wants to fuck Chad, she wants to fuck whoever? Like, what's the point? Like, she's got the money, right? She's got the looks as far as everyone else is concerned. I don't find her all that attractive. I think the girl with the short hair who he ends up with at the end is the best looking girl in this movie. But regardless, everyone else seems to think she's hot. And she's not bad looking. I'm not saying I say she's ugly. She's not. I'm just not my type. But regardless, like, I don't really understand the point. Like, she's not really using him for anything that I could see in this film. Like, he has money, or he has, you know, some inn that she needs, that she's exploiting, or that he does all of these wonderful, amazing things for her, and she loves to just soak it up. Like, the relationship is kind of nothing in this.
Yeah, but I think it is supposed to be like he's sort of just her, like,
Little
bitch
lap
boy.
dog.
Yeah, like...
But it's not properly conveyed
No,
within the
it's
film,
not
so
demonstrated.
that's a failure to me.
Yes, I agree. But
Like, we can fill that in, right?
That's what I'm filling in.
Right.
And that's what I think the intention was. But it isn't really shown that he's like... I mean, sure, he's like kind of trying to be romantic in the opening, and is like, I can't wait for the cabin. Like, I want to do it with you here. So I think the purpose of that is to just show that he's like, you know, he's fawning over her, and she obviously likes male attention, so she's fine with it, but she's doesn't want to have sex with him.
Here's another weird thing about her character too, is like, she is so outwardly awful to him at all times.
Yeah.
Right? Like, she's never, like, I could totally see it. Like, this is the way it should have played out. It's the typical way. And it's not because I want everything the same, as not at all. But the way that this works is that he's like falling over himself to do shit for her. Like, she's like, oh, I forgot my bags in the car. Like, oh no. And he's like, oh, I got him. And then as soon as he turns his back, she's like, sucker. Like, piece of shit.
Right.
Like, I got him fucking, you know, eating out of my hand.
Yeah, but
like, he does all my shit for him, and I'm never going to even fuck this guy.
Instead, she's just stuck up and mean to him.
She's awful to him the whole fucking time. She never really... They never have any chemistry. They never have any... Like, she's never alluring to him. She always just sucks. Mm-hmm. You know? And he's just, like, falling over himself for her, but it... I don't know. It doesn't work here because of what I said. There's no, like, she's leading him on in this playful way of, like, teasing the fuck out of him. Like, oh, you know, I'm going to later tonight, you know. And he's like,
sure.
yes. And then it gets to the night and she's like, oh, I have a headache.
Right.
It's none of that stuff.
No.
It's all she just sucks. So maybe, you know, and as I said, I don't like the filling it in. I don't want to fill that stuff in. Not that kind of stuff. There's plenty of things I can fill in for myself, right? Like, I don't need everything explained to me. But with something like this, I need to buy that he would put up with so much shit when he has this cute-ass chick all about him so clearly and obviously.
Sure.
And he's just like, I'd rather be with this girl who treats me like dog shit all the time. But hey, we've all met people who are with people that you're like, why the fuck are you with this person? They're awful to you always.
Well, and he's obviously attracted to her too. Like, she is supposed to be super gorgeous, so it's like part of it is just that. Like,
looks.
he's just like into how she looks, and there's the hope that something would happen, right? Like, maybe she doesn't have to be nice to him. Like, he's just like, well, she's dating me, so like, it's mine by right.
Yeah.
And also with the other girl, like, he and everybody else apparently thinks that she's a lesbian for like more than half of the film.
Because she tells him that she is. Like, not the girl, but his girlfriend is the one that tells him this.
Right.
Because
and all the
she
other
feels
guys
threatened.
Too. Yeah.
She doesn't want any of the attention off of her.
Right. Well, because she's the cool, like, snowboarder chick. The other girl's there too, which her friend that's like cuddling with her in the opening, the one that actually does show her boobs.
Yeah, the slut.
The slutty one. Does she snowboard or does she ski? I can't remember.
She snowboards.
She snowboards too? The other one just feels more like one of the guys, though. Like,
I'm pretty sure they all snowboard. I think the only person who skis in this movie
is her.
Is the blonde who ends up being the killer's daughter. I don't think anybody else skis in this film, but I could be wrong on that. And the cameraman skis too.
No, because the stuck-up resort owner's daughter is the one that skis.
She skis?
Yeah, she skis. Because she was like, there's a whole scene where she's like, the fashion of skiers, like, it looks so much better. Like, look at your baggy pants.
Right.
And it's like making fun of it because it's all about what she looks like. Anyway, yeah, she. But anyway, he doesn't think that she's into him because he thinks that she's a lesbian, the cute girl that he should be with.
Sure. No, I know that. But yeah, that's a lie told by her, right? So yeah, she doesn't want anyone to be with him, and she doesn't want to be with him. She just sucks.
Super cool.
She just sucks outright. Yeah, don't date someone who is nothing but awful to you. Shout out to Lori. Hi, Lori. I'll be forwarding her this video. All right. Another thing that's really funny in this movie is there is a lot of, like, in very close proximity to each other, this much snow and no snow at all.
Yeah, which
no
is
snow
so ridiculous.
At all anywhere.
Like, because you could be higher up on the mountain and there's snow, and then you're down lower and it, like, peters out, but not the amount that they have. Like, when there's actually snow, it's an insane amount. It doesn't make any sense. And they do have a comment where they say that, like, the weather's unpredictable in that part, so I guess that's what that's supposed to be. But it doesn't really explain why all the snow would be melted. The weather being unpredictable should just be like, sometimes there's snowstorms that come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Right?
Only when I fight is there's Peter's out.
That's when Peter's out?
Yeah.
Your Peter's out?
You did the Peter's out comment for, like, a while back.
Like,
and I was just waiting the whole time. I was like,
I feel like that happens a lot, where I say something and then you, like, just...
I bookmark it.
Yeah.
100. You just see my face glaze over.
That's what I mean. Yeah, you're just, like, waiting.
He has a joke.
Yeah.
He's waiting for it. I am still listening. Like, I'm taking it in.
And then the other part.
But I'm, like, trying to filter it through the joke. And then it goes on for so long. I'm like, fuck, this joke isn't going to work anymore now.
Wow. Okay.
No, not so long in a negative way. It's just, you have a window. You have a window, right? So if you just say some, like, quick Peter's out thing, and then another full minute passes.
Where I'm talking.
People are not going to be like, what the fuck is Peter's out mean? Like, they're going to have to, this is why I have to explain it like I am right now for it to make sense. Otherwise, people are going to be like, as they are right now still. It's like, it doesn't matter, okay? Peter's out. I'm going to just start raising my hand.
Okay, and that's what you have to say.
You can just pause for a second, fight Peter's out, and then we just right back in.
That's efficient.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Face first.
All right.
All right. So the whole Steve stuck at the fence thing, and he's trying to get through, and he's going back and forth, and then everyone's out skiing and snowboarding.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think his girlfriend is in the car.
Yes.
And then everyone else is snowboarding.
She's in the car,
so like
rolling her eyes.
He's trying to get past the fence to get to where they're like the lodge where they're going, and they just decide like, fuck it, you screwed the fence, we're gonna go off and snowboard while you shake the fence a little bit. And then he like tries like a couple different
like, burn it.
Yeah.
And he's trying to cut it and like saw it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
just funny because in that scene there's like no snow anywhere.
No.
But then like it keeps cutting to their friends who are like shredding.
They're shredding
snow that's
hardcore.
This deep.
Yeah.
But they ran off on
like,
foot. How far?
I don't know. See, that was also something I was thinking about a lot because I didn't really know where things were located, so I don't know if like the resort was like down, so they're like, oh, this works, like we'll just snowboard down to it.
Yeah.
Or if it was like up somewhere and they're just snowboarding because then they have to hike all the way back up in the snow, which is, a huge pain to do, especially with like gear. So I don't know, but yeah, that scene was hilarious because it's just like so drastically different, the climate that they're in. Like they look like they're in totally different places.
Yeah, it's two different movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really what it feels like in that moment. We get like basically a music video with like some punk rock, early 2000s, late 90s punk rock song as these guys are just shredding.
They're just
shredding it up, man. And then they pick up a rando, Kristoff, and he then creepily and right to her boyfriend's face when they say like, hey, you want to come with me somewhere, he's like, no, I'm gonna stay behind and keep the girls warm.
Yeah.
The fuck. Pants off. The fuck you are.
Pants off. You're like, nah.
Although in that climate, with all that snow around, it wouldn't be as intimidating. It'd be like, you want to fuck? Never mind that.
Never mind. Get
back
away.
on. You're going down, Kristoff.
That takes all of your.
But not on my girlfriend, my pretend girlfriend, who won't go down on me or let me go down on her. Mm-hmm. See, that would be another one. Like she makes him go down on her, and then she's like, "I'm not doing shit to you."
Like we're done.
That was that movie, Saving Silverman, where they're like trying to save their friend from his terrible girlfriend.
Is this about Sarah Silverman?
No, Saving Silverman. It's Tom Green is in it, and anyways, this guy's dating. I think it's like. I'm mixing it up a little bit in my brain right now with that other one at the college. Fuck, doesn't matter. But anyways, in the movie, his girlfriend like makes him go down on her, and then she gives him permission to jack off to porno mags after.
Oh.
It's just so horrible. It's like the worst relationship ever.
You're like, cool.
Yeah.
Good sex.
Stealing Harvard, I think, is the one I keep in my mind because it must have some kind of crossover of cast. Because in my head, I'm like, wait, who's in which? I don't know why I'm confusing these two.
I haven't seen either, so I can't tell you what the crossover link is.
Jason Biggs, maybe? Or am I wrong on that? I think Jason Biggs is Silverman. Tom Green is one of his friends, and then. I don't know. I want to say Jason Lee, but I'm totally fucking blanking now. This movie. It's about the same time though. Anyways, moving on from that.
There's a lot of scenes though where Kristoff is like on all of the girls and especially
oh my God.
his girlfriend, and they're like nobody says anything about it. Nobody makes any comments. The only person that seems to notice and be like annoyed by it is the short-haired girl, who's just kind of like. That's not cool.
Well, because she's the rational one, right?
Sure. The rest of them are all just, like, brain dead. But
yes.
the boyfriend's also supposed to be rational in some way. Like, he's normal-ish.
He's kind of an idiot. He's kind of an idiot.
Bit,
yeah. He's
but not as much as like the other guys that are there.
Sure.
Like they're just straight up like stoner, like snowboarders.
The cameraman definitely like switches voices when he's doing
Yes.
his camera voice versus his regular
He
voice.
sounds like a cartoon
Yeah.
when he does that, which is really great.
Pro tip. Pro tip.
Pro tip time.
Yeah, pro tip time. Should be like a segment,
Pro
like little
tip,
PSA.
yes.
The more you know, with the little shooting star. Yeah, don't fuck with people on the road. Just don't do it. Watch Unhinged.
Yeah,
Okay.
that'll make you not ever want to drive again.
And then go look at the reviews for Unhinged on IMDb.
Don't do that, because that'll make you unhinged.
It,
It's
I don't understand. Unhinged is like one of my favorite films of recent memory, and it's just nothing but 1-star reviews in the like it's baffling to me. We're not going to go down that road. I already did an Unhinged review in which I was unhinged about it, and I was not wearing pants. But it wasn't cold outside, so it was slightly intimidating. It wasn't like this. It was like this. A side view. It wasn't like this. It was like that.
slightly intimidating.
Slightly. Oh, what was it earlier? Slightly? Doesn't matter.
Really quick.
Two inside. But yeah, they drive past this guy on the road. It ends up being the Unimog that the killer's daughter is killed by later. But yeah, they fuck with someone on the road, like drive past it or whatever.
They've got a bumper sticker that's like death to snowboarders, which is so intense. Like if you were driving and you saw somebody that had a bumper sticker that was like death to hairstylists.
Yeah.
Like how would you feel? What would you do?
I'd be like, I agree.
You'd,
And
like,
I'd
rip your
just
pants
drive into oncoming traffic. Like, I never thought of it that way.
It's wild, yeah. So he hates snowboarders.
Yes. Yes, he does.
And there's a lot of, actually, in this, there's a lot of, like, weird moments which is funny because it is a thing where, like, snowboarders and skiers have this, like, beef.
Yes.
Where they're like, one is better than the other, and that's in this film a lot.
Same with skateboarders and rollerbladers when
It's
I was a
very
kid.
funny.
And surfers and boogie
I
boarders.
don't get that at all. Like, you're doing basically the exact same
Oh,
thing.
you just pissed off so many
You
people.
are, with different tools. Like, I
Sure.
think snowboarding is cooler, but I don't care if people ski. I'm not like, fucking skiers. Like,
You haven't
death
looked at
to
my
you.
bumper? Death to skiers.
Oh, well then that's okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a skier.
Death
But
to
I don't-
boogie boarders, skiers,
Rollerbladers?
and wait, I can't on that
You're
one.
a rollerblader.
I rollerbladed and skateboarded.
See, and
I
that's,
just covered
how
both
many people
bases.
cross over and do both? And they're in between.
But every fandom, everything has that, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's Star Wars or Star Trek.
Sure.
It's Star Wars or Lord of the Rings. You can't have either. Or you can't have both. You gotta pick
No,
one.
you
can't
can't
have either.
either.
Neither are for you. You get nothing.
Nothing.
You just get fucking...
White noise and static.
No, White Noise with Michael Keaton?
No.
Now that?
Static. Like,
White Noise 2?
No, nothing white noise.
Oh.
Nothing white noise. Like white noise, like the sound, not a movie, and static, like the visual distortion.
No, I was gonna go for like a really, like a lame sci-fi show. Like, you don't get Lord of the Rings or Star Wars, you get blank. And I
Yeah.
couldn't come up with one that was lame enough, quick enough.
Well, I was giving them nothing.
It's just white noise.
Nothing at all.
And I tried to give him a Michael Keaton movie. And then I was trying to remember who was in the second one, and I couldn't. And I was like, wasn't it Rob Lowe? And then I was like, no, that's Stir of Echoes too. Oh, there's always these low-rent sequels.
What is Stir of Echoes? I don't
You
know.
never seen Stir of Echoes?
No.
Oh, it's great. You'd like it a
Rob
lot.
Lowe?
No, Rob Lowe's in the sequel.
Oh.
Stir of Echoes 2 Homecoming is Rob Lowe.
Okay. Would I like that one a lot?
No, Stir of Echoes 1 with Kevin Bacon is excellent. One of the best 90s paranormal movies. You'd love it. It's great.
Let's watch it.
It's the movie that's always it's always compared to, and it was always kind of like pitted against, almost like you can only have one. is The Sixth Sense.
Oh.
And so is
Interesting.
it's always been like pushed up against
Huh.
each other. I want to say they came out like very, very close together. I want to say 99, but I'm just pulling shit out of my ass.
So
I'm still trying to come up with like a Lex with 2 X's. But I've never seen that show, so I don't know its quality.
I haven't seen that either.
Yeah. You get Beastmaster, the TV series. Anyways, moving on. People said they miss my long tangents and rants since you've come.
Oh.
And I don't think that's true.
And
I just have someone who's like here to look at me and be like,
I can leave for the tangents. Like
Yeah.
you can have a tangent segment.
no, I just like having
I'll
the
just-
bounce back. So for anyone who's like bummed out, I'm tired of talking to myself. Okay? I was going crazy.
Okay.
I felt like I was auditioning for the Looney Bin half the time. I was just sitting in the room staring at a camera. And people think like when they're on the other side of the camera, I'm talking to them, but I'm not.
There's nobody here.
I'm talking to a fucking camera.
Swear.
I started to make it a person though.
You're like,
I put like a little nose and mouth.
oh, you did when you were by yourself?
No. Okay. Moving on. This cop shows up and they try to bribe this cop with sex and money. So the girl comes up, she's rubbing on the guy, this and that. Hey, I can understand the guy's weak. Okay, he's only mortal. He's into it. It's okay. But then he also tries to slip him money, which I don't think he takes. I want to say he gives him like a $100 bill or $50 bill or something. $50 bill, that's what it said. Anyways, I think he takes the money, but he also is like having this girl who's probably a third his age rubbing up on him. He's into what he's into. No judgment. All the while, there's a cameraman standing right next to him, clearly filming the whole thing.
Yes.
And
Yes.
he's just totally like, does not care that
Doesn't
there's
say-
some
yeah.
guy sitting there with a camera filming him getting sexed up on. Is that
Yeah.
a thing? Sexed up
Yes,
on?
it is
Sure,
now.
why not? And bribed.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're trespassing. And they're like, oh, officer. And here's some money. And he's like, oh, okay, kids. That would
Yeah.
look really good
In a
for
court of
his
law?
re-election. Yeah. Not so good.
No. He
Not
doesn't
so good.
care though.
No,
So-
he doesn't care. He's too excited that this girl's all over him, I think. So,
All the blood went somewhere else from his brain.
where?
It went down
To...
his groin. So now it's like
He's old. So then Steve and short hair girl go outside and because they got to go check the lights. The powers went out. And although the power isn't out to one other area, so it's just specifically there, it doesn't matter. He's like, oh, I thought you were gay. He prolongs this for so long. He's like, I'm liberal, it's cool, you know.
he's like, I like your lifestyle. I'm into girls too.
He does it like 4
And she's
times.
just like-
what are you talking about? Dude, she's not getting it. Clearly, just enough
Right.
already.
Right.
But then she's just like, that bitch, I can't believe it. And then literally, like,
A second
2
later.
seconds?
No,
seconds,
it's like
2
it's
seconds?
like it's literally the next shot of her. She's like,
just like playful and happy and having a good time.
yeah. Like
So-
you just,
so
which is
it's
good,
so
I
fast.
guess. Right?
I mean,
like, she
yeah, who
doesn't hold
cares?
a grudge.
But okay,
It's
it's not so
very-
much the fact that
very funny.
that like people think she's gay. Like I'm a hairdresser, plenty of people have thought I'm gay. I don't give a shit. And people apologize a lot. They're like, "Oh, I thought you were gay. I'm so sorry."
Yeah.
What? I don't care. It's not bad. I don't know. Like I
Right.
guess they think, "Oh, men always want to be manly," and not that they thought of as gay. You know.
Yeah, maybe
Like
that's what it is.
yeah,
but
whatever. Moving on. It's the fact that her friend is purposely sabotaging her
Yeah.
so she can't be with the guy she wants to be with.
Uh-huh.
But I guess she's just got a plucky spirit,
Yeah.
right? She's
Yeah.
singing mood. She's like, fuck it. I'm going to get the guy in the end. And she does.
So
Okay, so let that be a
there's
lesson.
Let that be a lesson. Yeah.
Instead of her ripping off her pants and showing her vagina for intimidation, that doesn't work for women.
No, that does
No.
not work for women.
She's got a little clit. Those don't shrink in the cold, right? It's hitting already.
Instead, she just lets it roll off her shoulders, which is good. Ridiculous.
And I like how slutty blonde bitch she brings along lingerie to slip into to try to seduce
Chad, but she uses
yeah,
it for Kristoff.
but then Chad's not there, so she then switches gears and is like, well, fuck it. Like, there's no other men for me to fuck. Not my boyfriend. So I gotta go try to find Kristoff. And here's then the weirdest scene maybe of the whole film. Because, like, just 5 minutes earlier, the girl gets over her friend sabotaging her chances. And she's totally fine and happy about it. Like, a second later, it feels like bad editing, but like it's on purpose. But then you fast forward the clock 5 minutes. This girl's horny. She's in fucking... And also, before that, the slutty redhead, she tries to fuck the short-haired girl. To which she says, I'm not gay.
I'm just horny.
I have said this. Okay? To many men. And I stand by it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it's valid.
Prison puts a man through many changes. None of which are gay. None of which.
I mean, it's fine. It's okay to be gay. But her friend, the short-haired girl, is just like so not into it, obviously. So the girl,
It would have made the movie a little better if she was. Just a little better.
Well, she's not, but the slutty girl gets up and goes in hunt of
Kristoff.
And
who's
she
like
finds him.
looking for stuff.
Yeah, he's.
I forget what's the point of his whole thing with him. He's like, he's the one who killed the little girl, right? He's part of the crew that kills her, but then he's there. What's he doing? Like,
he's trying to like search. I thought for.
He's trying to search for what?
Like evidence of something. I guess of her being alive, but.
That's what it is? It's so hard to follow dialogue in movies like this. I'm always just sitting there, like, more on the edge of, like, what's going to be stupid for me to make fun of.
Yeah.
And I start, like, completely tuning out the plot points.
No, I get that. I don't really remember either with him. But he's there not, as a European guy.
Yeah.
He's actually just American. But he's like, looking for whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing up at night. He's like trying to hide so he can search around the joint. He does say something about it in the hot tub later.
Yes.
And in that scene, I don't know. It's that by that point the movie's so dumb that I'm really not taking in the info at that point.
Yeah.
I'm checked out in my brain. I'm more just trying to find funny things in the background or that I can be like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
And it makes me look stupid.
Well, I think
that I don't know what he's there for.
I think it happens a lot, though, with these kinds of movies because you are, looking at and waiting for those moments that are, like, amateur or laughable or whatever, so that the plot points do get missed. And, some of them might actually make sense and be fine, but, it is what it is. You just kind of don't get them.
So, going back to the most ridiculous thing in this film maybe is that following the whole getting over gay thing fast, then the blonde is looking for Kristoff. I think she's a redhead, right? The slutty one?
Like brunette hair, I'm pretty sure.
I thought it was reddish. No? Brunette? Whatever she is.
You're the hairstylist, so
This is not the best looking. You said this was Blu-ray. You thought it looked good.
I thought it looked pretty good, actually, yeah.
I think she's on the cover here. Her hair's got some reddish tone to it.
Sure.
Whatever. So, she's fucking Kristoff, and blonde girl comes in, sees them fucking after she searched everywhere. She got into lingerie. She's like sneaking behind her boyfriend's back. She's wanting to fuck this guy the whole time. She comes down, she sees them fucking, and we're thinking, oh, she's going to join in.
Or she's going to
be pissed.
Angry. Yeah.
She goes with option C, which wasn't on the table.
Where she's just
I'm just going to laugh
She's like smiles.
And be like happy for my friend that she's getting laid, and I'll just go run back into bed.
Yeah, it was so weird. It was so weird.
So unexpected.
Very
She's like,
unexpected. And then
she
runs off. And you're like... And then the next morning, though, she's
and
like
she's
walking...
still trying to fuck him.
She's still trying to have sex with him.
Yeah.
And she's walking around with like just her underwear on.
He's like, now serving number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so weird. And none of the other guys are like, bro, like, can you stop, like, trying to have sex with the women that we brought to have sex with?
Yes. Like some...
Like, they're all just apathetic about it.
Typically in movies like this, yes, like if some rando comes in when you got a bunch of babes,
yeah,
they're like, dude, no.
Get all
like,
territorial.
This is a closed party. We got these girls to come with us. Our chances go down if you come along. Absolutely not. No, these guys are just, they don't care. No one cares. Not even the boyfriend of the girl who's constantly trying to fuck him out in the open.
And the two other guys, though, to be fair, I feel like you could say that they're more interested in snowboarding, although the camera guy is super horny.
Yeah,
it's really just the stoner guy that's like, doesn't care about any of the girls. Like, he's just there to shred.
Yes.
So,
but you can shred snow and pussy.
You should not shred pussy.
No?
That's not, I don't think that works.
We'll see. No, but then the cameraman does, coincidentally run into some hot blonde chick up on the mountain who skis naked.
Oh my god, yeah.
We don't see this though.
No.
We don't see this though. So yet another bullshit tease, and she even shows him the tits, but not us. And it's like, why add a horny nude skier but not show her in the movie? It's just yet another fuck you to the film, to the guys that are watching this, or the girls, whoever's into it. It's just like, you want tits in this movie?
Sorry,
you're gonna get one pair, which we'll be thankful for, but the rest, don't do it. Don't be like, oh, there's this hot nude skier girl, and she's like, oh, just kidding.
JK.
Like, she should have went like this, and then a middle finger should have came up through her shirt.
That's how offended you are by not seeing him. Yeah.
That would have been funny to me.
Yeah, that's okay. She's there for other reasons. Not just to be a hot nude skier.
The chick that does fuck Kristoff, she's on the ski lift, and the killer comes up, and he, gets on it with her. And he's carrying around pamphlets of the rules of the the slopes, and he's trying to point out the rules, and he's giving her the pamphlet.
And she's like, man, we make our own rules. Yeah. Like, we're the future.
And in a completely unpredictable moment, you're thinking 100% he's knocking her off the ski lift. He's gonna throw her to her death. He's gonna hang her. He's gonna stab her and throw her. Whatever. She fucking throws him off.
I know. She does.
And then hangs herself.
It's insane.
Because she doesn't follow the rules, right? That's the irony of it, is that he's like, you gotta keep all loose clothing inside and whatever. And she's like, whatever, bro. And then she just fucking, he tries to do something. She's like, get the fuck out of here. Throws him down, and he's fine. And just in case you're worried, he's not so fine at the end. But she then, the killer comes up, she aggressively, throws him off the ski lift and then hangs herself.
With her scarf.
This is so funny.
It's hilarious. I don't understand, though. It's a scarf. It's not like she has, loose anything else. A lot of people would just have... I don't know. I guess you would zip it up in your jacket, but... She shouldn't have died that way.
No.
It shouldn't have happened. But it is my favorite scene is her hanging from the ski lift. I thought that actually looked really cool.
It's a great shot, yeah,
I
sure.
was super
they
into
show
it.
it 7 times.
And they show it, 7 times from different angles. But I was fine with it because I think it looks awesome. It was exactly what I would want from a slasher snowboarder movie,
It's the only atmospheric shot in the entire film. Yeah. And that's why the camera, the editor utilized it.
He was put more of it in.
Yeah, he's too busy, with that to worry about cameraman getting the shot, so.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. We get cameraman's shadows on the walls. And then Steve catches his girlfriend fucking Kristoff after she's exposed him for being a fraud. she still wants to fuck him, even though he's completely lying to them.
Right.
And she's like, I thought for sure they were done. Like, she was like, what in the fuck? But then she's like aggressively like coming on to him and being dominant over him once she finds out his secrets.
Sure, yeah.
And then it's just like, it cuts to her like pushing his head down into her crotch, like, eat this.
Like in the hot tub, which
Yeah.
would be kind of not a good feeling.
You just blow the bubbles, and then you get an underwater queef. No, we're gonna just stop it there. And then it comes back to them just full on balling each other in the hot tub, and to which Steve walks up on. We all know what they're doing.
Oh my god.
But she seems to think there's a possibility that he might believe that it's not what it looks like. She swears to the Almighty.
I swear to God, it's not what it looks like. Like,
what does it look like?
What? Yeah, what does it look like? It looks like you're having sex. What could it be other than that?
Like
anything. What else could it be?
Her back was stuck to one of the jets.
And he
was trying to like get her out of it. She was like, get her out!
Her back?
And she's like, ow, ow, ow. Is that? No, that doesn't work?
It doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. And then he runs off. Steve runs off. And she gets out to chase after him. Because...
Her sciatic nerve?
Her sciatic nerve?
Nah, he was like trying and she's like, please.
No, it couldn't be any of those things.
Sex.
It's sex. They're having sex.
I didn't buy it.
You didn't?
I didn't buy it. I was like 90% sure they were having sex.
Like 10% says it.
Well, then she swore to God. I was like, well, no one would lie if they said that.
Right. Nobody swears to God and doesn't mean it.
Nobody. Nobody ever. This might be one of the most off the rails.
It's pretty all over the place. That's okay.
That's the entertainment.
Yeah.
You don't like it? I don't give a shit. I swear to God. And okay, well, arguably the funniest moment in this movie to me, which I think most people would just completely not notice at all, is like Steve is trying to help the cameraman after he's been injured. And he's like carrying him, and then something like his girlfriend, who he's already caught fucking, screams out for help. She's like, ah! She like screams, and he fucking chucks this injured guy to the ground to run off for her. The fucking way he throws him down to get to this girl who he hates and who he should be super pissed off at. He's just like, fuck! Fuck my friend, who's done nothing wrong to me.
He's injured.
I'm just gonna throw his ass to the ground. And he has like a, pretty deep laceration.
Yeah.
Because he gets stabbed in the leg with a freaking hatchet.
Yeah, he's hurt.
He's really fucked up, but he's just like, he like palms his face and just brings it down into the ground. That's probably not what happened.
It was
but
very exaggerated. And then runs off.
He's fucking flying elbow. Get the fuck out of here. He just sticks his finger in the wound. And he's,
oh my god.
None of that happened.
No. But he does throw him down in a very funny fashion.
He does throw him down. And the cameraman gets killed, and he has the old VHS camera like up to his face, and it's like it gets stuck. And it doesn't go all the way through, and then he pushes it again, and it goes through his head, and he falls, and then the tape door ejects, and then blood pours out of the tape door.
I love that. I thought that was cool. Yeah, I thought that
Mm-hmm.
was really, really cool.
Yeah, I like that. And impales her on pole, comes at her multiple games.
Multiple games? Multiple times?
I don't know. Comes at her multiple games.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't got anything there. My brain just broke while I was writing. Yeah, impales her on pole. That must be the blonde girl. Mm-hmm. But comes at her multiple games.
It must have been multiple times.
But what does that mean?
I don't-
Oh, yeah, when she's in the closet. Oh, yeah, I don't know why I put games. So the guy's head comes off. She's holding up the fucking dude, and then he impales the head, and the head rips off the body, and then the pole has the head on it, and it's like coming at her, and then it falls off, and then it keeps coming at her. That's great. I loved that.
Yes.
And the games thing, I
I
don't know what
why
the
you
hell I had
love
there.
games.
Yeah.
Times.
Times. Weird.
I don't know.
Yeah. And then the greatest dying words in the history of film. You don't remember this?
No. What are they?
Probably my favorite dying words, anyone. Maybe, I don't know. We'll say top 3 because I'd have to think about it. But my favorite dying words, like last words. So, the blonde bitch, after everything she's put this guy through.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
He runs in to save her as she's dying, and her last words are...
I never loved you.
Why?
Like, it's
Why? She's just so committed to being so awful.
mean. I never loved you.
Is that like to clear her conscience? Like,
Yeah, she's like, I'm dying. I'm just going to tell him the truth.
yeah, you need to know.
But
So
like-
I want you to be happy with the other girl. That's not what's happening.
No.
No, it's said in a
It's
very
said
callous,
yes, vindictive.
mean, yeah, vindictive
It's
way.
so horrible. It's so horrible. I never loved you.
It's so pointless.
Yes.
Why say it?
No, just
He's
die.
never done anything wrong, right? It would be, yeah, just
No, yeah,
die.
it's one thing if he's like a villainous to
Yeah.
her or whatever, and she's like angry at him.
Yeah,
and
this is
they're
her, like,
fighting,
last
and she's
stand.
like, fuck it, like I never loved you.
Yeah, like he's an
No.
abusive fucking
Yeah,
boyfriend, and she's always like tried to play
Yeah.
the loving girlfriend and all this, and then she's
And then
finally
he
like,
kills her, like
fuck it, I'm dying.
she's like, I
I
never
never
loved
loved you. And
you.
he's just like, oh. She's like, I swear to God,
it's not what it looks like.
I never loved you.
Yeah, it's awful.
That's what I'm gonna say to you on my deathbed. Just for no reason, just to like let it go out, just to like laugh as I'm dying. Like she's gonna always think of that.
Oh yeah, I would always think. Like, was that a reference to Shredder?
Yeah.
Or was that real?
Put that on my epitaph.
Was that a reference to Shredder? Like your whole
Yeah,
life?
no. I never loved you.
Oh.
Here lies Jason, and then quotations, I never loved you.
Alright.
But I want to be pantless
in the coffin?
in the coffin. But they always have that part closed.
We can do it reverse. We'll open
Yeah!
and
Yeah.
close your
Except
face.
I'll be dead. So then they'll be,
We'll get them to put a pole in it for you.
ooh. You like pump it up with formaldehyde.
Yeah.
Cock pump. Just,
Sure. Anything you want.
then it'll be like. And yeah, so then the killer gets his head cut off by a conveniently placed wire.
Yeah.
Was that there earlier for some reason
No.
in the movie? Did they have that set up for some reason?
No.
Like, oh, we gotta, watch out for the, like, they foreshadow those kinds of things somewhere in the film.
like, looking, I don't think they did that, but there was a wire in the opening where the guy was going down and got like his fingers. Like,
Yeah, 'cause there's a good cut. Yeah, so the killer gets killed by his own.
Yeah, so that's what it is.
Yeah, because there's
But
a
they
good
don't
opening
set
kill.
anything up. Yeah.
This guy is skinny, cuts his fingers and everything. So
Mm-hmm.
that's good. I like that. I went straight to the no tits shower scene. I skipped good opening kill because I was so mad. Okay, so he kills himself basically. He runs into his own trap. I like that.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, that works then. And then the hot daughter killer chick gets out of the fucking snow thing after she traps Steve in that, and we thought the short haired Wanadike, she was we thought she was dead. She got like a pole to the face,
She's alive,
because she's
though.
not gay. Sure, she takes poles to the face. She prefers it. And she's not. She's just shows up with a shotgun.
Yep.
And she blasts this bitch right into the mulcher.
Which is the funny shot, I think, for me. Because she's just like, so fast gets sucked back into it. And it's like
She just
pretty
disappears.
bad CG.
It's bad CG. She's there and she's just gone.
It looks so silly.
And then when the vulture like stops, there's zero blood.
Yeah.
None. No remnants. No memory.
It's clean.
Yeah. It's a good little vulture. But yeah, then he gets the girl, and the closing lines of the movie is making sure that now that they're a couple, she's very aware that just in case the rumors of her being gay are slightly true, he is totally okay with bringing other women into their relationship. Credits.
Credits. And there you have it.
Yeah.
The entire...
Standing ovation. Golf clap.
Yep.
That's Shredder. What are we at? Fucking like 4 hours into this review? I think it's
Yeah.
longer than the movie.
Super long. We talked for a long time. And
It's
we
because
said...
you got way off track.
Oh, right. I
Yeah.
got way off track. It was me talking about taking my pants off.
You're the one not wearing pants right now.
I'm wearing pants.
You can't even see.
You can't see,
If
but
you
I am
if
wearing
you did
pants.
if you could see what she was wearing right now, you'd be bashed.
I'm wearing pants.
You're wearing
I'm
you're
wearing shorts.
Why you ruin my joke?
Because.
Now I get up and it's just no, it's
Tokyo Gore Police. That's what it is. Shredder.
Shredder.
It was fun. It's a good watch.
More fun to talk about.
More fun to talk. Well,
Even
but
though
yeah,
we
watch
didn't
it
know
with
what we were
somebody.
talking about half the time.
Right.
It's like, what's Kristoff doing there? And where'd the wire come from? And you had the answer for that.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't. Good thing you were here. Kaylee haters. There's like one. And I killed him. With my pants off. And I did other things.
I did other things.
So what do you prefer, Shredder or Iced? Next week, we'll probably be covering Iced.
Iced.
With the greatest ending of all time. All right. You ready to end this?
Yeah.
I never loved you.